Who is the
Yep.
better running back? You got the best running backs in football, Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Who's the best? Period. The end. Nick, who are you going to choose as the best running back in the NFL right now? Which one?
Well, going off the last 2 seasons, because that's all I can go off of, with Saquon being a year later than McCaffrey. Okay, I'm gonna go with Saquon.
Other way around. Other way around.
What?
Other way around. Christian's
No,
been in 3 years. Saquon's been in two.
that's exactly what I said.
Yep.
Right. So I'm gonna go
Oh,
with
I thought you said the
Saquon.
other way. Go ahead. All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Saquon. I know last year wasn't like a phenomenal season, but he missed what 8, 9 weeks. The games
Three.
he played, he was still phenomenal. Going off the year prior, oh my god, his rookie year was something else. Okay,
Yeah.
um, him and McCaffrey are different, but statistically they're about the same.
Exactly the same.
I think McCaffrey is more of a favorable to. You'd rather have him receiving the ball, okay, as a running back. Um, but Saquon, look, McCaffrey's really tough, and we know, especially last year. I don't know, he came out of nowhere, and the guy is completely ripped. He's strong. He's tough. Saquon has thighs as big as my head, twice the size. I got a big head. It's impressive. Okay, the guy can be a pound the ball guy. He can be a sweep run type of player. He can receive and catch football, and he does, and he has. Because of his size and what he can do better physically, I got to go Saquon. Now,
Okay.
if we're looking at just, stats, if you want to count, include all the receptions McCaffrey gets and the numbers he puts up receiving the ball, then, yeah, you can make a great argument that McCaffrey's better. And this was a close one. If you think about it, I'd probably rather have Saquon. If we're going fantasy, I want McCaffrey. If we're going, I'm a coach, here are my two running backs. I'm going to sit and think about it for a while, flip a coin. Hopefully it's heads Saquon, and that's what I'm taking. So,
Okay. That makes
yeah,
sense.
it did.
Um, Yeah, I'm going to go complete opposite. I love Saquon, great running back. He is a dual threat running back. You wouldn't think it just looking at him. And honestly, last year I
He,
was shocked at his receiving numbers. He puts up receiving numbers just as good as McCaffrey. Well, not
yep.
just as good, but a little less. But they're still there. He
He
can.
leads his team in
Oh yeah,
receiving.
he can catch the ball out of the background, out of the backfield just as good as McCaffrey. I mean, he's strong, elusive, great running back to have, and he is the second best in football behind Christian McCaffrey.
Mm.
Christian McCaffrey, his rookie season didn't perform all that well just because he wasn't utilized all that well. He was still a little skinny on the smaller side of a running back. We still had Jonathan Stewart, so Carolina
Yep.
utilized Jonathan Stewart as an every down back. But got rid of Jonathan Stewart, kicked him to the curb. 2018 and 2019 broke all shit ton of records.
Yeah, it
Most
did.
receiving receptions with as a running back. Now last year you had the thousand rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards. Has 24 rushing touchdowns since being in the league, 15 receiving touchdowns in the league. He had 15 rushing last year. Um, Phenomenal running back. And this is a guy. Here's a guy that
Yeah,
when
now
he
here's the
bulked up,
guy.
he bulked up. He was stiff arming the shit out of linebackers.
Yeah.
So every game. And that was last year. No, 2 years ago, his second year. And then it's just you can't tackle him. You know when Barry Sanders said he moves like water? Christian McCaffrey is the exact same way. Saquon, I don't see him moving like water. Saquon just fucking runs over you.
But
Christian,
but if you watch me, he
he
can
can. He
break some
can.
ankles. I mean, he can do it both.
He can. It's just Christian McCaffrey. He never gets touched. And that's why I think if I had to choose a running back to be on my team for a franchise running back, I would choose Christian McCaffrey. I feel Christian is built for the longer run. He gets hit less. He's doing just as good with it, just as shitty offensive line, just
Mhm.
like fucking Saquon. I mean, hell, what's the fucking the quarterback for Giants? I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Oh, Daniel Jones.
Daniel
Yeah.
Jones is a lot better of a quarterback than fucking Kyle Allen is.
Well,
And
first off, that is entirely debatable. I think they're both pretty much young, no
They're
names
young.
that kind of had to play. I don't think they're.
I think he is. And Saquon, honestly, I mean, Christian, I just feel like he is a better running back to start a franchise with. He's a lot better of a dual threat than Saquon is. He's got better hands. He's a lot more elusive. He's not as big and bulk and can fucking truck you, but he can do it. I think Saquon's a little better in that category. I just think with a franchise running back, I would choose McCaffrey, even though he's a year older.
I
I mean,
mean, I
it's
can't
not
really.
really that big of a debate.
You can't really. I can't really argue either way.
Exactly.
Like if it was all right, you get two choices, McCaffrey or Barkley. I'm gonna probably maybe take like see how iffy I am on it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna probably maybe possibly take Saquon. It can go either way. I
Yeah.
just think what I think of is, and don't I'm not trying to bag on the game. Okay, all right, Panthers Bucks. All right,
Mhm.
the first meeting last year, 4th and inches stop. You got McCaffrey. Poor guy. He was too weak. He was too weak reaching for the end zone. Saquon Barkley would have been able to pummel his way on the corner. You know what I'm talking about,
I do.
okay? This, I guess, the sweep or whatever it was outside. Saquon Barkley would have been in the end zone there. That's a difference for me. The guy's
Well,
basically a fucking fullback playing running back sometimes, but he's, you know, that
well,
would have been a playmaker where you want to go, if we had Saquon, we probably would have gotten the end zone there.
Christian
The
McCaffrey,
power takes over.
he did break the plane, but it's fine. And I feel like
All right.
that was a bad call as well.
Uh,
That was a very hard reach considering he's running to the left, he's right-handed. He has to extend the ball with his non-dominant hand to get to the fucking thing while he's got two people pushing him over on his left side. That's really hard to do. I don't
It
think
is. There's
Saquon could have.
few people that can do that, Hunter. There's one guy I know that probably could. His name is Saquon Barkley. He plays for the New York
I
Giants.
can see that. I can see that. But you also got to look at these catches and these moves that Christian McCaffrey puts on people, especially the second time they met the Bucks and the Panthers in England. And I'm pretty sure he ran a 30-yard touchdown, juked out five defenders, and he did not get touched one
Right.
time,
Saquon
including
does the same thing.
Devin White and
Saquon
Levante David.
Saquon jukes people out. Saquon and McCaffrey, they jump over people every other game.
Yeah.
They're eyeing people. That part, your argument there is good and bad because it's good, talking that his abilities, but Saquon can do those things too, and he doesn't.
They are the exact same running back, in my opinion. It's just one's stronger than the other, and the other one is more athletic than the other. I would say athletic. He can catch the ball a lot fucking better. I feel
We'll
like
say
McCaffrey
agile, maybe, or agile
agile.
would
Okay,
be a
yeah,
good word
agile.
for it.
I think McCaffrey can fit a lot more schemes in the NFL than Saquon can. If you just want a receiving back like Kansas City likes, you're going to go with
James White.
McCaffrey. Huh?
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
want a West Coast style offense where your running back is running a bunch of sweeps and inside zone plays on a spread, something like that, I would go with McCaffrey. If you want a power back,
You could say
vertical power
Saquon
offense,
for
I would say Saquon. But the majority of the schemes in the NFL are going to fall with McCaffrey just because he's that
nowadays.
more
Nowadays,
franchise.
yeah. I mean, receiving backs are big, but you already recognize he can also receive the ball. He receives
He
the ball
can,
really well.
but who's
I,
better?
I don't know. Last year, I
I would
thought
say
Saquon
McCaffrey.
was phenomenal, but he only played
Well, if you're
6 7 games.
he
I mean,
played 13 games, he missed three.
no, he missed
Yeah,
like six or
yeah,
something like that.
13 starts last year. He missed three games. But you also
I,
got to look at the numbers. The last two seasons Saquon played was only two seasons, 91 receptions the first season, and then 52 the second, with an average of 7.9 yards, 8.4 yards. And you look at
okay.
McCaffrey,
Well, you also
who
got
80
look.
receptions, 107 receptions, 116 receptions, all averaging over 8 yards a
Okay.
reception.
Well, you also have to consider the offenses they're in. McCaffrey is the offense for the
He
Panthers. I
is.
don't think it'll be that way this year. They might figure something else out with Matt Rule.
And you're
But
saying Saquon wasn't the offense for the Giants?
not last year because they had Daniel. They were trying to prove this whole Daniel Jones thing
I
last year.
know,
It
but
was
who did it fall
listen.
under?
That dude had way too many 40 pass attempt games. Okay,
And 20 of them went to fucking Saquon on those damn
how many
games.
games we talked about it last year? We were like, oh no, Saquon had 9 carries for 80
Oh,
yards.
you're right. You're right.
I mean, he had if he had the workload McCaffrey had, he can do just as much, if not more. That's all I'm saying.
And knock on wood, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't happen again with either guy, but who did get hurt? Who has gotten hurt in the past?
Saquon got hurt.
He's taking these hits. McCaffrey ain't
So
taking
would you
these
take
hits.
Gronk or fucking, Jimmy Graham? I mean, who would, one guy's never heard, or would you rather have, you know what I mean?
But who is obviously the toll? He's taking a toll with getting hit all these times. Saquon is.
We
McCaffrey
act
doesn't
like
get hit.
McCaffrey is the guy gets hit more than anybody because he has the ball more than the
Well,
damn
yeah, but
center
he's not
does.
taking these huge blows because he's dodging most of them and falling down. He's being smart about it.
Now, we'll see. Hopefully, he doesn't get
It's
hurt.
it's a toss up. It is a toss up. If you told me, all right, instead of Christian, you're gonna have Saquon for your running back, I'd be like, all right, that's fucking fine with me. I wouldn't be pissed off about it. It's not like, all right, instead of Christian McCaffrey, you're getting fucking Devontae Freeman. I'll be like, what the fuck? I mean,
You hate that guy, dude.
but
You hate that guy.
Saquon is a really good second choice for me. I mean, I wouldn't be pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Shit, I chose him first pick in 2 of my fantasy drafts last year over Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, it didn't work out.
That's your fucking
Yeah,
problem.
it didn't work out. But that's fine. So, you say Saquon, I say Christian. It's all right.